Welcome to the Week 9 update of Losing It 2025. I cannot wait to talk to you about the progress that I've made over the last 9 weeks on my way. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yeah, this is he. No, I'm sorry. I don't have time to take a survey right now. No, look, I apologize. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm in the middle of filming a video right now. Yeah, I'm filming the Week 9 update on my channel, Losing It 2025. It's a channel where I chronicle my weight loss journey as I try to lose 100 pounds in 2025. I started it to kind of help hold myself accountable to, sticking to the goals that I set for myself. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I know I talk a lot about a whole food plant-based diet because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not saying you have to be on a whole food plant-based diet. I'm just saying that's what I'm doing, and it seems to be working pretty well. Yeah. Well, look, if you have questions or comments, feel free to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff, and just leave your question in the comments. I promise I'll respond. Yeah. Well, look, I really have to go. I can feel myself losing viewers even as we're speaking. Okay, yeah. Feel free to call back later. That sounds fine. All right, have a good day. Bye. Sorry, if you didn't find that opening appealing, or if you think I'm just bananas, just stick around and see what's in store after this. Hey, thank you so much for sticking around and for putting up with my little banana phone antics before. Dad jokes are something that I have a tendency to overindulge in. But the good news is I'm not really overindulging in anything else these days, so that's pretty awesome. 71 days in to 90 days on a whole food plant-based diet, and I am feeling great. Listen, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a health coach, I'm not any of those things. As I've said before, I am just a regular guy trying to get healthier, trying to lose weight, trying to get some chronic health problems under control, and I feel like I'm well on my way to accomplishing those goals. So what's next? What's next for me? After the next 19 days, once I've completed that 90 days on a whole food plant-based diet, what am I going to do after that? Am I going to stick with a whole food plant-based diet? Am I going to shift over to a more flexitarian approach? Am I going to, do something totally and radically different, like go on a keto diet or something like that? Well, I have a general idea of what I'm going to do next, but, I guess we'll just have to wait and see to know for sure. I will say that I've noticed there's a lot of controversy and a lot of conflict and even a little bit of animosity out there about the different approaches that you can take toward health and weight loss. The folks who are vegan have some very strong opinions. The folks who are on a ketotarian diet have very strong opinions. The folks who are, on a carnivore diet, they have very strong opinions too. And it occurs to me that just as I'm able to give a testimonial of having lost almost 43 pounds on this diet in just 71 days, there are people who will give testimonials for how much weight they've lost on a ketogenic diet, or how much weight they've lost on a low-carb diet, or on a carnivore diet or something like that, or on a Mediterranean diet, or on a low-calorie diet, or whatever you want to call it, right? So I got to thinking about it, and I thought, there are people who lose weight on all of these different types of diets to some degree or another, even though these diets disagree vastly with each other in terms of their overall approach. And so I began to ask myself the question, are there any things that all of these different diets agree on? And if there are things that they all agree on, then it would probably be a pretty good idea to take a closer look at those things, because if you've got people who disagree so broadly, on so many things, and yet they agree on these certain things, maybe those things are worth implementing. So here's what I found as I asked myself, what do the various diets who disagree so powerfully on so many issues, what are some things they agree on? Well, one thing that they all tend to agree on is the importance of hydration. 8 to 10 glasses minimum a day to control hunger, to boost your metabolism, to support your overall health. All of these diets, whether you're on a ketogenic diet or a carnivore diet or a whole food plant-based diet, they all agree that you need to probably be drinking more water than you're drinking. And so, to me, that makes sense. So some of the ways that I've incorporated that is that aside from water, there's really not very much that I drink. I drink water, I drink coffee, which is mostly water, and I drink tea, herbal tea, regular brewed tea, whatever the case might be. I drink those three things. I don't really drink fruit juices because of the high sugar content. And if I want fruit, I'd rather, eat the fruit or maybe drink it blended into a smoothie while it's still got all the fiber and other benefits. I don't drink sodas. I don't even drink diet sodas. I will admit to one thing. I do like Celsius, and I probably shouldn't, but they're not cheap and I don't drink them that often, not even 3 a week, so not very much. On a day-to-day basis, I drink a lot of water, and it seems to be one of the things that's helping with my weight loss. So drink more water, stay hydrated. Another thing that all of these diets seem to agree on is the importance of fiber in your diet. Now, they recommend getting it from different places, and some of them will recommend more, some of them will recommend less. But the bottom line is they all know that in order to keep things moving, you gotta have some fiber in your diet. Ways to get fiber are through eating vegetables, fruits, whole grains. Even ketogenic diets recommend that you eat leafy green salads and things like that, and that's one of the places that you get that important fiber. But some of them, who maybe eat less of those types of things, will recommend that you use some sort of a supplement to help add fiber to your diet. Probiotics, prebiotics, and foods that are rich in those, like fermented veggies and yogurt, are great ways to make sure that you're maintaining your gut health. And all of those different diet plans, regardless of their point of view on whether or not you should eat meat or dairy or other things like that, all of them tend to agree that it's important that you get enough fiber in your diet. So, hydration and fiber, two important things that they all seem to agree on. Another thing that the various diet plans also seem to agree on is the importance of omega-3 fatty acids. They agree that those are necessary and important for heart health and for brain health. So you want to make sure that you're getting your omega-3s. Now, the sources from which you get those are going to differ depending upon the diet that you're on. If you're eating a carnivore or a ketogenic diet, then you'll probably get those from fatty fish like salmon and tuna and things like that. If you're on a whole food plant-based or a vegan diet, you're probably going to get those from nuts and seeds. You can also get them from supplements, regardless of which of those diet plans you're on. So again, omega-3 fatty acids are important for good health, and all of the different diet plans seem to agree on that as well. Now, there are also some health and weight loss concepts that regardless of which food plan or diet plan you're on, you can agree on and can see the value in, because these are not directly related to food. These are non-dietary factors. For instance, getting enough sleep, managing stress through any variety of means, whether it's meditation or yoga or prayer or whatever the case might be, taking walks, that type of thing. Managing your stress is vital, and getting enough sleep is vital. Because when you don't get enough sleep and when you're not managing your stress properly, then your cortisol levels are going to go through the roof, and those are going to be high. And excessive cortisol in your system it causes you to minimize or to lose less weight. So if you're trying to lose weight, whether it's on a ketogenic diet or a whole food plant-based diet or anywhere in between, managing your stress and making sure that you get enough sleep are two things that you can definitely do that all of the different diet gurus are probably going to agree on, and it's only going to make you healthier. So one final area that I think all of the various diet plans can agree on, and honestly this I think, and this is just my opinion, I think this is the secret. I think this is the reason that people can lose weight regardless on which of these types of diets they're on, and that is mindfulness. Every one of these diets, regardless of the philosophy of the diet, has this element involved. They want you to pay attention to what you're eating. Maybe you're paying attention to what you're eating because you're avoiding processed foods. Maybe you're paying attention to what you're eating because you're eliminating certain foods and you need to make sure that those aren't included in the things that you eat. Maybe you're paying closer attention to what you're eating because you're tracking your macronutrients, and it's very important that you know exactly what is in each of the foods that you have. Regardless of the reason, each one of these diets in one way or another promotes mindfulness, promotes you being aware of what and when and why you're eating. And when you are thinking about what you're eating, when you're eating it, and why you're eating it, it will help you to make better food choices, and it will help you to avoid overeating, which in turn will help you avoid having excessive calories and can lead to maintaining a calorie deficit that will lead to weight loss. So again, whether you're on a whole food plant-based diet like I am, or on a ketogenic diet, or a carnivore diet, or anything in between, make sure that you are getting enough water, that you're hydrating properly, that you're getting enough fiber, that you're watching your omega-3 fatty acids and getting all that you need for heart and brain health, that you're watching those non-dietary factors like getting enough sleep and managing your stress appropriately, and that you're developing an attitude and a sense of mindfulness regarding the foods that you're bringing into your body, being aware of what, when, and why you eat. And if you'll do those things, then my guess is that regardless of what kind of a diet you're on, you're going to see at least some progress. At least that's what I've experienced. And in the last 71 days, it's helped me to lose over 42 pounds. And that, my friends, is a win. Tune in next week to see how things are going after 10 weeks on a whole food plant-based diet. Until then, God bless you.